Ottawa commuter, don't say goodbye to your carpooling buddies just yet. If you've been skating to work on the canal, as some people have, you shouldn't hang up your blades either, because the month-long transit strike is still on today. Striking workers turned down the latest contract offer last night, and Jeff Semple is here live with the very latest on the morning commute. And I'm not seeing any buses behind you, Jeff.
No, just a lot of traffic, Heather, and it's becoming a familiar sight for people here. Last night, hundreds of thousands of commuters held their breath, waiting to see if the city's transit workers would vote to accept the latest contract offer and go back to work. And the news came down late last night that commuters here are still out on their own. A resounding 75% of the transit workers voted to reject the latest offer. The voter turnout was about 86%. So the strike, which has gone on for about a month and really crippled the city, will continue this morning. The 2,300 drivers, mechanics, and dispatchers first voted to strike on December the 10th. Since then, all talks have broken off, and the union says the main sticking point remains that the drivers want to have better control over their scheduling. Now, for its part, the city says its latest offer was fair, and Ottawa's mayor said he was confident that the transit workers would agree with that and would vote to accept it. So at the city's request, last week, the federal minister of labor ordered the union to take the city's latest offer to its members. As we said, that vote happened yesterday, and the result was a resounding no. So, Heather, this morning, there really is a feeling in this city that there is just no end in sight to this strike.
So if there's no end in sight, then what comes next in this, Jeff?
Well, yeah, that would be the question, Heather. Talks between the city and the union have been at a standstill for weeks, and the city now says it's exploring all other legal options. In the meantime, the Canada Industrial Relations Board is investigating the situation to determine whether the strike poses a serious and immediate threat to public safety in the city. If it decides that it does, it could deem the transit system here an essential service, which would force the bus drivers to go back to work. Because as I said, Heather, at this point, it seems implausible for negotiations to resume. The City Council has said they plan to meet next week to decide what their next step will be. But the bottom line for commuters here this morning is that the longest strike transit strike in the city's history is only about to get a little longer. Heather.
Jeff, thank you. Jeff Semple live in Ottawa this morning.